Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back to dreary Toronto. But I love it. And I am so freaking offended by that. Ugh! And that's what we're going to talk about. On this channel, we talk about everything and anything that makes us not awesome, but freaking awesome human beings. Anything less than that is not welcome. Let's talk about this. Offended. Being offended. And how to handle that. The Paquito Kareem used to get offended by everything and anything before. But how did I handle that? And what did I do so that I do not get offended anymore? Have you ever thought about that? How can we do that? Wouldn't that be a liberating way of living life? Think about that. People used to say things, do things, and guess what used to happen to me? Why are they saying this to me? What did I do? Listen, my friends, if you understand this, you're going to live a blissful life in your life. You know why? Because you'll see things as is, not what it could, should, or would be. Think about that. Learn to distinguish that. That's number one. But why do people get offended? See, in life, people will say things to you, do things to you, and you will never be able to have all these millions of people in this earth. They will never be able to satisfy you. You know why? Because everybody is different and unique in their own ways. You cannot control anybody in this world, but you can control you. See, we get offended because there is a wound in us that when somebody touches that wound, it hurts. And guess what happens? That's why we get offended. So what does that mean? That is our ego. That is our self-image. That is our self within. That something in us is, if people are touching that part of us, and it's hurting us. And that's why we get offended. Think about that. See, I go to the gym every day. I work on my muscles. I work on my face. I look beautiful. And somebody says that, Kareem, you're fat. What? I take care of myself. How am I fat? But see, that is something I take pride into. I take care of myself. And now you're telling me I am fat? That's why I got just offended. But remember this. If you learn to handle yourself, you learn to handle, work within yourself, that nothing offends you. Nothing people say, do, or think about you offends you. You work on that muscle. Then it doesn't matter what people say. You work on that self-image. And nothing offends you then. This is how it works. Work on yourself every day. If you work on yourself every day in a manner that people say, do things will not offend you, and you work that way, then nothing else in life people can do, say, or even think about you will offend you. Learn how to sing songs. Learn how to put positivity in your mind and act on that positivity. Then guess what? It becomes you. And when it becomes you, then nothing will offend you. Because you will see right through things in your life. In today's day and age, with the coronavirus, with the vaccines, with anything people say, do on the social media. People are offended just like that. You know what that tells me? That they are not working within themselves so that none of that offends them. Must have a thick skin. Don't let people, circumstances of different people affect you to enter your life. Learn how to keep it outside that door. Don't open that door. And if you understand this and if you learn this, nothing will offend you. Learn. Listen. Don't judge people. Look at their actions. When they're offending you, it is saying something about them, not you. But if it offends you by them saying something to you, then if you're being offended, then that is a signal. It is saying that you are weak in that area in your life and you need to work on that. And when you're weak in that area, then that's a useful signal, isn't it? Understand this. If you learn to do this, your life will change. Nothing will offend you. And if it does, then it's just a signal. And it's saying that, Kareem, you need to work on that area of your life because you're weak there. Understand what I'm saying, Jelly Bean? Nothing should offend you. And if it does, it's just a signal. That is it. And learn to ask yourself this question. Do I want to get offended by that person? Do I? If not, then you have a choice. Just say, I don't. Start smiling or start singing. And if you start doing these things, your life will change. And now what you're doing is building that not offending muscle in your body. And when you're building that muscle, then when people say, do, or think about you in that certain way, it won't offend you anymore because you're becoming stronger in that area. See what I'm saying? So don't get offended. No reason to get offended. Life is too short. Who cares what people say, do? It's there. You can't control them, but you can control you. Yes? See what I'm saying? If you think I gave you value, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel so we can make this world a better place, an awesome place. So live consciously with purpose in this moment and with freaking passion, so much passion that it's oozing out of you. Till next time, my friends. Till next time.